inside that pyramid?
I saw Eggman go inside the pyramid. And more importantly, I saw that Batgirl go inside with him as well. Well, you saw them too, right?
Yeah.
Should be able to get into outer space from there. I don't know what this space colony is all about, but I'll find and destroy that cannon, and then kick their Imperial butts.
All right.
I'll go and find the entrance.
It's nice to see that Knuckles still has his priorities straight. Priority number 1, find Master Emerald pieces. Priority number 2, be angry at Batgirl. Saving the world is like a distant 3rd or 4th place on the list, I think. Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and we're returning to the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Chronological Let's Play. It's the heroes' time to shine as they sink into the instant death sand. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome back to the Sonic Adventure 2 Chronological Let's Play. It's our heroes' time to shine as we are going in to raid Dr. Eggman's pyramid base and find a way into space. Very, very cool. It's like a nice chain of events here where each of the hero characters get to fall into the instant death sand. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome back to the Sonic Adventure 2 Chronological Let's Play. It's our heroes' time to shine as we are raiding Dr. Eggman's pyramid base in order to get into space. Because they're already in space, you see. The bad guys, I mean. Not them. This isn't a space desert. Yeah. Well, that bit of silliness aside, we are in a chain of levels which are all going to be focused around our hero characters here. All in this sort of deserty pyramid area, trying to make their way into Dr. Eggman's impenetrable fortress, which is not so impenetrable since Rouge broke in easily enough. And it's kind of decorated around with stone doors and stone blocks covered in Dr. Eggman's smiling mug. Especially the stone blocks, which have him, like, set up as, like, a visage of a Egyptian cat, or, like, some kind of sphinx-type thing going on in places. I don't know. I still do wonder if this whole desert area belonged to some sort of Egyptian king. Or if maybe Dr. Eggman himself is a descendant of Egyptian pharaohs. In which case, he must be pretty good at card games, probably. I mean, he did attack the moon in a previous episode, so, you know, I think it fits. If the shoe fits, wear it. That's what I say. Even if they're not your shoes. Don't steal people's shoes. Don't do it. It's not okay. Don't listen to anything I have to say. Half the time I'm wrong. Half the time I'm right, though. It's like a game. You have to figure out which is which. Anyway, this level in particular with Tails, even though it is filled with long jumps you have to make and the instant death sand, of course, I still do enjoy this level a good bit. I think I like it better than Dr. Eggman's equivalent earlier in the game. Just the music's a little cooler, and it's kind of neat with all the destruction effects and breaking through blocks and doors and stuff. It's very satisfying, honestly. That's what I'd say the strongest point of these shooter levels are. Even though, arguably, they're not always the best. They can get a little annoying, and they can get a little long-winded. They're very satisfying. There's a lot of destruction that goes on, and it feeds into an archaic need for violence and just overall mayhem, I think. It's the same sort of thing that attracts people to demolition derbies. It's just the senseless destruction without causing actual senseless destruction somewhere. And there's lots of pulley jumps you have to make, too. which is always kind of interesting when the mech characters do that, because like they're holding onto the pulley with their arm, but they're still in their mech. Like, how much does the tornado weigh? Tails is able to hold himself and his entire plane by one of those pulleys. And Dr. Eggman too, honestly. Then again, Dr. Eggman was at least a power character in Sonic Riders, so there is that. Maybe he's stronger than he looks. But Tails isn't really known for his brute strength, so it's like, what the heck is going on here? What sort of lightweight alloy is the tornado made out of, where it's still, like, durable, but also, like, light enough where Tails can lift it? It's like one of those comic book metals they make up that's like adamantium, or stronger than adamantium. But I guess that's a question for another time. Yes, we're done with Tails' level and Tails' chunk of this little saga. Very, very nice. And hey, we got an A rank despite definitely not falling in the instant death stand a couple times. Well, there's no time to breathe from that level because we're heading right into Pyramid Cave. Who needs cutscenes? We don't need cutscenes between levels. Not always necessary. Pyramid Cave is definitely a very sort of... You know what? I keep saying this with Sonic levels. It's an iconic level for this game. And that's really true of all of Sonic's levels, I think. Except maybe his last level kind of blends in with a different level. But every one of Sonic's levels has a very distinct style to it. I mean, you have things where, like, assets will get reused between levels sometimes. And I guess Green Forest, too, is not super unique. But they're all very memorable. This one, especially because it's got these hourglass switches in it. It introduces these hourglass switches. You hit the switch, and then a door opens or platforms appear, and you have to try and get to where you need to go in time so you can proceed through the level. And hey, we get a new upgrade for Sonic, the Bounce Bracelet. Another iconic part of this level, I think. Press the B button in mid-air to bounce, and press B again to jump higher. Bounce Bracelet is a unique power-up to Sonic. Shadow does not get an equivalent of this. And it lets him bounce and gain height, and it also will let him gain distance and speed while going down an incline. So if you're looking to speed through a level a little more and get a better rank on your mission to get all A ranks, using the Bounce Bracelet to bounce and take quick shortcuts and things like that is definitely handy. And when you're trying to go through those hourglass doors, if they're about to close, it's important to note that you can sneak in under them sometimes with a somersault. And another gimmick to this stage are these keys you can find lying around. There's only a couple of them, but this part especially is very important because Sonic gets attacked by a ghost, of course. And you gotta go down this path to get a key and then go back while holding the key. It's easy to get over there because you can just grind your way that way. But getting back can be a little tricky. In fact, some parts of this level are pretty tricky overall. There's a lot of precise timing that's needed in order to get through certain parts of the level. And not every part, but it is definitely a level that tests your ability to control Sonic properly. Like, how good are you at maneuvering him? How good are you at managing his speed and maintaining it? It's definitely a bit of a trial level. Like right here, this section in particular. You need to hit this switch, which I almost screwed up on, and make it down this long hallway before the door closes at the end of it. So, how good are you at avoiding the ghosts? How good are you at hitting the speed boosts? How good are you at just maneuvering Sonic around corners and stuff? As you can see here, I'm not very good at it, but I still do manage to make it to the end on time. And, yeah, Pyramid Cave is definitely an interesting level in that regard. It's much more focused on testing your skills than some of the other levels are. And how well you know the sort of speed character gameplay in this game. Maybe I'm reading a little too deep into it, but that's just the vibe I get from it. I mean, it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle of sorts, because it's like a pyramid. It's supposed to be filled with traps and test your wits and things like that. Also, I haven't mentioned them yet, but the Gamma robots, the E102 Gamma lookalike robots scattered around this level in this game, it's just cruel. It's honestly cruel. As part of my sort of process of doing my edits here on this level, I've been rewatching my Sonic Adventure DX playthrough, and just rewatching Gamma's story, it's always a little sad. And I hate blowing up the Gamma robots in this game, because it just makes me sad. But anyway, that's gonna call it for right now. We are done with Sonic's level, and I will see you again next time. This is your good friend Sparky, signing off for now. I'll catch you later.
Game select.